The Great Pyramids of Giza stand as silent giants against the backdrop of Egypt's vast desert. They have intrigued historians, archaeologists, and adventurers for centuries, a true testament to ancient Egypt's ingenuity and mystique. These colossal structures, especially the Great Pyramid, are some of the most remarkable achievements in human history, both in scale and precision. How did the ancient Egyptians manage to construct these architectural wonders without the help of modern tools? The pyramid's towering presence continues to provoke the same question. What was their secret? The most widely accepted theory is that ramps were used, with workers toiling day and night to move massive stones into place. These stones, some weighing several tons, were hauled with nothing more than primitive tools and human strength. Yet, despite this theory's popularity, many gaps remain, questions without answers, leaving a space for debate. More than a century of research has provided various interpretations, from the basic ramps theory to speculation about advanced technologies and extraterrestrial involvement. But in the end, we are left with a profound mystery. What truly happened here thousands of years ago? In the realm of archaeological theory, the most enduring explanation is that the Great Pyramids were constructed through sheer human labor. The most commonly accepted method is the use of ramps, gradually sloped paths, along which workers would transport the massive stones needed for the pyramid's construction. Ramps of various designs, zigzagging, straight, and circular, have been proposed as the means by which these massive stones, sometimes weighing as much as 80 tons, were moved into place. The workforce, according to the theory, was made up of thousands of laborers, most likely skilled workers, craftsmen, and possibly a select group of slaves. But what if the narrative isn't quite as simple as it seems? A new theory suggests that the workers were not slaves, as is often assumed, but highly skilled craftsmen. Some argue that these workers were respected members of society, deeply involved in the construction of Egypt's most iconic structures, even living in nearby villages that provided specialized labor. This notion challenges the common portrayal of a society built on oppressive labor and brings a more complex view of the workers' roles. Was it truly a hierarchy of masters and slaves, or was there a deeper societal structure in play, one that regarded the construction of the pyramids as both a spiritual and civic duty? The idea that the labor force consisted of skilled workers employed for the purpose of elevating Egypt's glory changes how we view ancient Egyptian society altogether. While the ramps theory remains the dominant narrative, there is no shortage of alternative explanations, some of which are as daring as they are mysterious. Among these is the theory that ancient Egypt possessed a form of advanced technology, lost knowledge that allowed them to construct the pyramids with unprecedented precision and efficiency. Some scholars suggest that the Egyptians may have utilized a form of ancient, concrete-like material, crafted from local limestone, that could have been poured into molds rather than moved as massive blocks. This theory would allow the Egyptians to build quickly and efficiently, explaining the precision with which the Great Pyramid was constructed. Others go even further, proposing that the construction of the pyramids may have involved extraterrestrial intervention. The alignment of the pyramids with celestial bodies, such as the stars in Orion's belt, has led some to wonder whether the knowledge to build such structures was imparted from beyond Earth. Mysterious symbols and technologies found at the site add fuel to this fire. Was the advanced engineering of the pyramids the result of human ingenuity alone, or did we receive guidance from otherworldly beings? In addition to the extraterrestrial and technological theories, some argue that the Egyptians had access to secret, lost knowledge, perhaps passed down through generations of hidden scholars. These forgotten teachings could explain how the builders were able to master engineering feats that would be difficult even for today's advanced technologies to replicate. The mystery of the pyramids is not just a question of how, they also provoke deeper questions about who and why. Were the pyramids part of a much larger hidden knowledge system, or did they serve a greater purpose beyond being mere tombs? Theories continue to evolve as we unearth new evidence. The Great Pyramid is composed of millions of limestone and granite blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons. For centuries, the question on everyone's mind has been, how did the ancient Egyptians move such colossal stones with primitive tools? The traditional answer points to brute strength and ingenuity. Workers are believed to have used simple tools, levers, ropes, and copper chisels, along with ramps to transport these stones across vast distances. However, as research progresses, more questions arise. How could these massive blocks be lifted from quarries and transported over miles of desert without modern machinery? Some archaeologists suggest that the stones weren't just moved, they may have been created on site. A controversial theory proposes that the ancient Egyptians could have used a form of concrete-like material poured into molds directly at the construction site. This theory, known as the casting method, would have allowed the workers to form stones directly at the pyramid's base, drastically reducing the need for transport and solving the riddle of how such heavy stones could be so precisely shaped and placed. But even more perplexing is the transportation of the granite blocks used for the internal chambers of the pyramid. These stones were quarried in Aswan, located hundreds of miles away from Giza. How did they manage to transport these heavy, dense materials without modern tools? Recent studies have uncovered evidence that the Egyptians may have used a form of sled, sliding the stones across the sand and employing water to reduce friction, a method that has been shown to be surprisingly effective in experiments with ancient technology. Despite these fascinating theories, the true method of how these massive stones were moved remains a tantalizing mystery, one that may require even more radical thinking to solve. The alignment of the Great Pyramids with the stars is one of the most captivating aspects of their design. The pyramids, particularly the Great Pyramid, are aligned with incredible precision to the stars of Orion's belt, which were associated with Osiris, the Egyptian god of the afterlife. This alignment raises the question, was this a coincidence or was it part of a grander celestial plan? Ancient Egyptians were not just builders, they were astronomers, and their understanding of the stars was deeply embedded in their culture and religion. The pyramids, particularly the Great Pyramid, are aligned so precisely to the cardinal points of the compass that it is almost as if they were designed with a sophisticated understanding of the cosmos. Astronomers have noted that the layout of the pyramids corresponds closely with the position of Orion's belt in the night sky. This alignment could have been a deliberate attempt to link the pharaohs with the stars, ensuring their souls would be forever connected with Osiris and the afterlife. But the question remains, how did the ancient Egyptians possess such advanced astronomical knowledge? Some scholars argue that this celestial alignment was not just symbolic. It could have been part of a highly sophisticated ancient form of timekeeping. The Great Pyramid may have acted as a giant celestial calendar, marking the movements of the stars and seasons. It's possible that the Egyptians used the stars as a guiding tool in the construction process, aligning each stone precisely to a celestial point, which would have required an almost impossible level of precision for such an ancient civilization. The mystery deepens when you consider the possibility that the alignment was not a product of Egyptian knowledge alone, but perhaps the result of a more ancient civilization, or even outside influences, passing down their knowledge of the heavens. The construction of the Great Pyramid was not a simple task. It required a highly organized workforce, immense resources, and a clear, centralized vision. While the traditional view often depicts slaves toiling under harsh conditions, newer interpretations suggest a more complex and organized workforce. The workers who built the pyramids were likely not slaves, as many once believed, but skilled laborers, masons, architects, and craftsmen, who were employed in the service of Egypt's religious and royal elite. Some evidence suggests that the laborers were organized into a vast and highly structured system, working in shifts, living in nearby worker villages, and receiving food and shelter as part of their compensation. This insight provides a new perspective on the social structure of ancient Egypt, showing that the labor force was not merely oppressed, but a critical part of the society's functioning. Estimates vary on the number of workers involved in the pyramid's construction, but it's believed that thousands of laborers worked in different teams across several decades. These workers would have had to transport vast quantities of stone, manage complex engineering projects, and even help maintain agricultural systems that provided food for the workers. It's also important to note that the Great Pyramid was built during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, and it may have served more than just a tomb. It was a powerful symbol of royal authority and divine power. To ensure its successful construction, The logistics of managing food supplies, labor force, and raw materials would have been a monumental task. The fact that the ancient Egyptians were able to maintain such a large workforce for such a long period of time speaks to their incredible organizational skills. However, the true scale of the project suggests that the construction of the pyramid may have been a monumental state-sponsored effort. This makes us wonder, was the workforce simply building a tomb for a king, or was there a larger, deeper purpose behind the project? One of the most astonishing aspects of the Great Pyramid is its extraordinary precision in measurements, particularly its angles and proportions. The Great Pyramid was designed with an accuracy that still baffles modern engineers. Its sides are almost perfectly aligned to the cardinal points, and the pyramid's base is remarkably level, deviating by no more than a few centimeters over its entire length. The pyramid's design also features a sophisticated mathematical system. For example, the ratio of the pyramid's height to the perimeter of its base is approximately 1 to 2 pi, a ratio that is strikingly similar to the value of pi. This level of mathematical knowledge suggests that the ancient Egyptians possessed an understanding of geometry and mathematics far beyond what was previously thought to be possible for their time. But the mysteries don't stop there. The pyramid's internal angles also match the precise angle of the Earth's axis, approximately 23.5 degrees. This uncanny coincidence leads some researchers to ask whether the ancient Egyptians could have had knowledge of the Earth's tilt, which wasn't confirmed by modern scientists until centuries later. How could a civilization with no advanced technology or telescopes measure such precise angles? Some theorists argue that this precision was not just the product of Egyptian knowledge, but could be a remnant of an older, more advanced civilization, one that passed down this lost knowledge. Was the Great Pyramid a product of ancient wisdom? Or did it contain the secrets of a civilization far older and more advanced than we can imagine? The notion that the ancient Egyptians inherited their architectural and mathematical knowledge from a much older civilization is both tantalizing and controversial. Some scholars suggest that the Egyptians may have had access to ancient technologies that were lost to time, perhaps even before the dawn of Egypt's recorded history. The similarities between the precision of the Great Pyramid and other ancient wonders, such as Stonehenge in England and Machu Picchu in Peru, add fuel to this theory. These sites, like the pyramids, showcase a level of knowledge that seems far ahead of their respective eras. Could these sites all be remnants of an ancient, global civilization that existed long before the Egyptians and passed down knowledge of engineering and astronomy? One particularly intriguing theory is that this ancient civilization may have possessed advanced technologies that were too dangerous or powerful to continue using. Fearing the potential for misuse, this knowledge may have been deliberately concealed or forgotten. Some even suggest that the ancient Egyptians may have found and inherited remnants of these technologies, using them to construct the pyramids. In this context, the Great Pyramid could be more than just a tomb for a pharaoh. It could be a monument to the hidden knowledge of a forgotten age, intended to preserve and protect that knowledge for future generations. What secrets does the pyramid truly hold? And could they be too dangerous for us to uncover? In recent years, advanced technologies have allowed researchers to delve deeper into the mysteries of the Great Pyramid than ever before. Laser scans, infrared imaging, and 3D modeling have revealed hidden chambers and previously unknown details about the pyramid's internal structure. These discoveries are challenging many of the assumptions we've held about the pyramids for centuries. Perhaps the most groundbreaking discovery in recent years is the detection of unexplored spaces within the Great Pyramid. Using non-invasive technologies, scientists have identified large cavities and voids within the pyramid that were previously unknown. What could these hidden chambers contain? Some believe that these voids may hold key clues about the pyramid's construction methods, or even uncover buried secrets that have been hidden for millennia. One of the most significant breakthroughs was the use of cosmic ray imaging to scan the pyramid. This technique, which measures the interactions of cosmic rays with materials inside the pyramid, has led to the discovery of mysterious voids. These findings have reignited the debate about the pyramid's purpose. Are these hidden chambers just part of the structure's tomb-like design, or do they serve a deeper, more enigmatic function? These new discoveries are forcing researchers to reconsider what we thought we knew about the pyramids. They suggest that there is still much to learn and uncover, and the secrets of the Great Pyramid may be far more complex than anyone previously imagined. As we gain access to new technologies, the possibility of discovering ancient knowledge, lost to time, becomes more and more likely. As we close this journey into the mysteries of the Great Pyramids, we are left with more questions than answers. The precision, the construction methods, the celestial alignments, and the newly discovered chambers, all of these aspects suggest that the pyramids are not simply tombs, but monuments to a much larger hidden history. Was the construction of the pyramids the result of advanced ancient knowledge, or were they merely the products of a society with remarkable organizational skill and manpower? The possibility of lost ancient technologies, hidden chambers, and extraterrestrial influences leaves the door wide open to countless theories and interpretations. What if we're only scratching the surface of what the Great Pyramid has to offer? What if the knowledge buried within the pyramids is too dangerous, too powerful, or too advanced for us to understand? The more we learn, the more we realize how little we truly know about these enigmatic structures. The Great Pyramids of Giza will continue to fascinate and challenge us for centuries to come. As new discoveries emerge and technology advances, we may one day uncover the ultimate secret hidden within the pyramids. Until then, the mystery remains, inviting us to ponder the true origins of one of humanity's greatest achievements.